I was just watching back one of my videos and I said something that I apologise I shouldn't have said. Was promoting cannabis. I don't promote anything. What rather what I do give out as guidance is what I do. And that's called what I call the 7-11 meditation. You do it as long as you however long as you want to do it, but it's recommended for 1 minute and then you can obviously grow from there. So this is how you do it. You can follow after me if you would like. You breathe in for 7 seconds. Hold it for 11 seconds. Breathe in for 7 seconds. And breathe out 11 seconds. When you breathe out, when you go, let everything out. All the stress, all the energy, all the intention. Go. It's however you decide. It's however you want to comply. So, but this is how I do it, as you can see. And if you practice that for a little while, when you've got your first 7 seconds breath, hold it if you can, for as long as you can. And at the same time, I can guarantee you end up either visualising something if you're clairvoyant and you're not aware. You either visualise something, or you'll be intuition to give a message out, or you'll feel something of it. When you breathe out 11 seconds, you'll feel a release as well from the energy. And when you release the energy, what you've done is you've absorbed that energy that you've built up in the meditation, as we know it as. But it's actually just very common and very natural, but we don't use it in this day and age, as many people don't get the offer to even become aware. So, but as I'm aware of, like, teaching meditation now in mainstream school, so that's got a bit positive outcome to the new world. But as they get into a meditation, they need to be aware of the different frequencies and different entities they can communicate with through this meditation. And what I understand of is that they're not teaching the children how to not just meditate, but properly, with awareness of all possibilities, like the messages that could possibly come through. I know for a fact that it will that at mainstream school. They'll never reveal that to be the truth. But so, and as some may be aware, when you do reach a certain frequency of your aura or your uh, your aura field and your awareness, some people can be manipulated, like some beings' energy fields can be manipulated, and I'm afraid to say I can't say most of them, but some of them, the mainstream school and all teachers really, anyone who's connected in with the establishment, they're all out for our children, the children of the earth. So we've got to protect them. So if you do have a child that is learning meditation at school, advise you, or my guidance would be to look on the internet, not just find out the dangers, because it's not a dangerous thing, but you can enter a dangerous zone where you enter the low vibrations, and that's where you don't want to that's where you don't want to enter, because that's demonic. And so as well as we got our guides and the higher guides, we've also got low vibrations, earthbound spirits that are not passed on into the light. So there is danger in meditating, but if you're meditating with a good intention, you can't really go wrong. So I'm not putting you off meditating, because I meditate every day, all day, sometimes without me consciously knowing that I'm meditating. It just happens, and I end up going into a trance when I'm on my own. Usually it happens. That's why I end up making videos when I'm on my own, because I know it's going to happen. It's like my program. It's the kind of program that I'm experiencing. It's one of the rituals I do every day. I never used to, but it's another thing to my routine every day. And no one likes going through changes, but sometimes we have to adapt to the changes. And the reason why it don't happen now, I don't really feel as angry as I used to be, but I do still find it really hard to come to terms with the new world and what's happening with the children and the people who are vulnerable, who are not aware of this stuff that I'm aware of, and many of others are. And we need to spread the message, whatever message that may be, whether connecting to your higher self or connecting to your family spirit guides, or even just getting a breath of fresh air in the playground, or in your garden and stuff like that. It's all natural substances, it's all natural for us, and that brings out the higher vibrations. But where we are suppressed in school with all the knowledge, the knowledge and the wisdom that we should be taught, we don't get taught in school. So I'm really concerned for the children right now, because they're getting taught this meditation, and that's all good and well, but if the teachers are teaching this meditation and they haven't got good intention, or they want to manipulate the energy that they're building up, they can do so, and they will. Trust me, trust yourself, trust your guidance. You meditate on that one and you'll come up with, it's a danger zone. Don't let your children meditate, but don't let them meditate at school, because they're all in one class, all built up with energies, and the defined little children, the naughty ones as well as the non-naughty ones, because at the end of the day the naughty ones are the ones with the ADHD, the hyperactive disorder, and the labels that we're given. And cut story short, it's dangerous for not being around our children or around our friends' children when this is undergoing, because it can be a dangerous thing. And I have no problem with helping or guiding anyone in any specific question. If I can't, I will try and do my best. But I always tell people to go and research it yourself. But I know many people find it hard to find the stuff, so I'm more than welcome to take any any questions or help or whatever on your mind. If it's on your mind, it's on my mind, because we're all one connection, and I feel everything what goes through humanity right now, what everyone in humanity is experiencing, from the refugee crisis to the little simplest crimes and the little simplest silly things that's going in the world, and it does upset me, and I feel so injustice for the world, and that's because my soul is so full of light and full of wanting to progress and get the truth out, and because I don't know why, because I'm always questioning it every day why, but it always comes back. You just go with the flow and see where it goes. as the domino falls, as you call the angel calls, the dominoes will fall. And that was a little message that was given to me a little while ago. It put into my head, and it made a lot of sense. And through another message, it did make sense. It was confirmation that I'm on the right track, because I've got a reading. They said the dominoes are going to be falling once you step on your spiritual path, and I felt the dominoes fall. But that's because I'm completing every little task that the spirit guides put in my way, and it's all good for the good, and it's always for a positive outcome, and it always is. So yeah, the meditation in school should always look on the internet or ask friends. You'd probably getting more truth out of your friends or people you don't even know on the internet, to be honest. It's because unless they're a government official and they ain't got no conscience, they'll be willing to try and adapt that question into their frequency, and they'll probably ask it themselves. Is it dangerous? And why is it dangerous? Well, you look where it's going on. The meditation going to be taught in school, where it's all built in one connection, and with the paedophile behind the desk giving out orders and like giving out instructions for meditation, guided meditations and all that stuff. So I don't recommend that, to be honest, but I do recommend that 7-11 meditation that I just done, and it works for me, and it does work. You just got to give it time, and everything you do spiritually, you just got to give it we call it ages, or we could call it a long time, but in their time it's longer, because it's not longer, but it's longer for us to because it's a program that we follow. Even light workers and healers, mediums, we always follow a program, and we've got to do everything by the program. But my program will be a seller, and I'm sure many of yours will be a top hit seller. It's better than the movie that The Illusion plays out every day. So anyway, that's something off my chest and shared with my good friends and people all over the world. So if you're listening, if you don't know me, my name is Alfie. That's my website. I'm a healer.